I'm Sharon with Entelechy Visions, and this is an energy update for the week of May 4th through May 10th. So we are now fully entering into this new month where we are putting behind a really powerful dismantling and challenging month, several months that we've been through this experience. And although there is a lot of unknown still hanging in the air, there is this sense of some forward movement, that we're seeing life with new eyes, with a different perspective, a different vision. As we enter into this new month, it's like turning a page on a chapter. So there's still a lot to navigate, and this period during the month of May will be teaching us where we are truly limiting ourselves in life. So a lot of the themes around blocks or limitations that we have placed on our own path, that we may not even be aware that we are doing that for ourselves, in the areas of relationship, intimacy, abundance, joy. It's allowing us to really see these areas of our life and see how have we been preventing ourselves from living more in our truth surrounding these areas. So we may be holding on to maybe certain expectations in these areas that are not reasonable and that are ultimately blocking us from our extreme fulfillment in those areas. So this is a time and a season to really know our worth. And the theme of worth and value will really be coming up strongly this month, especially in the world as well, as Taurus season is all about value, all about our worth and how we are offering ourselves in the world. So use this time to really apply your tool set and the resources that you have, and really reflect upon the abilities and the gifts that you can offer towards life. Because this entire month is really about recreating. It's about recreating our lives so that we can be more in the driver's seat of our life. Because we have pretty much felt as though there's a sense of powerlessness as we have moved through this situation. We may feel as though all that's occurring is out of our control, and that can leave us very humbled and also not in control of how our lives are panning out. So this is a month to really reassess what we can offer, and as we eventually reemerge, to recreate ourselves, to not go back to how things used to be, and to let us reshape our life from this point forward. So to use this time to really inspire you, because when we feel as though we're in the driver's seat of life, which we always are, it's just certain experiences, especially right now, that can really knock us off our path. It can make us feel as though we don't have control. It can make us feel as though we're at the whims of these outside circumstances. But we never lose that power. We never lose that ability to co-create and move with the universe and the infinite abundance that is always available to us. It's the matter of feeling imbalanced that kind of throws us off our path. When outside circumstances challenge us, we can really veer away from our truth. We can veer away from our sense of centeredness and alignment. So using this month to come back to that place of alignment, to nudge yourself back to that place of power, and to know that you do have the ability to be the co-creator for your future. So reflecting on your truth, reflecting on your skills, and how you would like to offer yourself in the days ahead, and using that as your hope to really help you navigate the coming days and the coming weeks. There's also a focus this month on really bringing things back local, and you'll find that this theme is threaded throughout the entire year, that as we are being challenged in certain ways, and certain systems in our life are really being dismantled in many different layers, that there's this inspiring hope within many people to really bring things back to a self-sustaining way, whether that is connecting with your local community, connecting with people that you wouldn't usually connect with because they're in closer proximity, and that is allowing us to really see what is surrounding us and the resources that we do have available that are right here in our community. Or acquiring new skills. Maybe that is gardening. Maybe that is permaculture. Ways to really be that self-sustaining source, or looking to sustainable energy resources. These are all really powerful things that we can look towards in the days, months, and years to come to really allow us to be very productive and also supportive, not only for ourselves but to our community. May is also the in-between point. It's as though we have gone through a deconstruction in our life. And as I've been mapping out this metamorphosis phase, March and April really took us through that powerful process of metamorphosis where there was this dismantling. So everything that we had known for our life to be true was scattered in pieces, and all the pieces got thrown up in our life into the air, and over the course of the month of April, the pieces began to settle into a new pattern and forming into something that didn't quite look familiar at all. And so it's in this new form that we are beginning to pick up the pieces of our life, and we're beginning to build something very different for our lives. So we're at that point in the metamorphosis where our wings are starting to grow. Our wings are starting to develop, and we're starting to see that we are very, very different than who we were before we entered this grand reset and this experience as a whole. So as we continue on with these new pieces, we are going to be beginning again. We are going to be rebirthing in a new way, and knowing that we are completely different now. As we accept our new reality, we are going to be shaping something new, almost out of necessity and innovation for our lives. And this will be occurring within your own personal life, but also in many different facets in the world. Because as we emerge, which I'm sure many are thinking about this as we turn the corner into the new month, May is inspiring this perspective or this focal point upon that reemergence again. It may not be quite yet, but you'll start to see some places begin to reopen. You'll start to see that reemergence kind of slowly and organically occur. And it may take some stumbling. It may be a little off and rickety for some time because we are reemerging out of that cocoon, and so much has shaped and changed while we have been in that cocoon. And so much has shaped and changed in the world. So systems will be very rickety, and we're all learning this new way and new patterning. So the month of May will require a lot of patience and also a daily, if not hourly, acceptance of how things are panning out. And also to kind of stay in your own lane too, because there is a lot of buzz in the air, as you may see, that there's a lot of opinions, there's a lot of talk, and there's a lot of almost differing forces that are really butting up against each other right now. So it's a matter of staying in your own truth and authenticity, even if you are questioning what that even is for you. Just allow yourself to stand strong in your own self, in your own energy, and to step back if things become overwhelming, if there's an information overload, and to know your boundaries and your time and space and how you are involved in all of that. Because it will continue to look very confusing on that front, whether that is in the news, on social media, even opinions from others, that you may find that friends or community that you have are going down different paths that maybe you wouldn't have expected them to, or they are sharing things with you that you do not have the time or space or focus to really absorb. So just stay in your own lane and allow yourself to monitor what you need in any given moment, as there's a lot of information, opinions, and all of that stirring right now, and will continue to do so. So as we move further into the month of May, don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but just know that we are approaching eclipse season come June. So eclipse season is all about the cosmic wild cards, because they really shake up our lives in different ways, and they can bring about very large new beginnings for our lives and very large endings as well. So eclipses just depend on the quality of them. Sometimes they subtly affect our lives, and sometimes they bring about some really loud and powerful shifts. So we are entering eclipse season come June, which will last until July as well. So use this month of May to really build anew so that you are ready with a more solid and firm foundation. Even if you aren't re-emerging back into the world just yet, just know this time is very much a seeding so that the sprouts of your life will begin to bloom come this summer, and it will be a more clear path for you of where you're heading. So I hope that you have a beautiful week ahead. I know that we have been through quite an experience, and at this point in the journey, there is a lot of weariness. There is also a lot of challenge that's occurring within each person's own space and time. There may be also some mental health issues arising now as we move even deeper into this experience. And I want to relay some support for that if you are in dire need or you are experiencing a downward spiral of your mental health at this time, or experiencing any kind of suicidal thoughts, please do reach out to a healthcare practitioner, a therapist, a family or friend or coworker, or also you can have immediate assistance at the hotline of 1-800-273-TALK to support you. So know that these times are really potent, and many may be struggling. That if you do know someone who is alone in this experience, please reach out to them and check on them. Know that we can all support each other and that we are connected in so many different ways. If you need more personal one-on-one support, we are continuing to offer our remote services, and you can learn more about that at entelechivisions.com. I hope that you have a beautiful week ahead, a wonderful May, and hang in there. Stay strong. Thank you for listening.